Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Next in Tech with London Drugs. My name is Kyle. For anyone who's new to the channel, I've been with London Drugs in the tech department for 26 years.
And I'm the baby at the table with only 20 years in tech, but I'm Ricky, and we're happy to talk to you today.
And Ricky, we're back. We're talking TVs today.
TVs, those like big square things on the wall?
That's them. And we've got a few things to cover here because TVs have changed a lot recently. It used to be, how big of a TV do you want? But that's not quite the case anymore.
Oh, it's still big.
But there's so much more to TVs. And I think TVs are such a central piece of our lives. I mean, everybody loves a good movie night. We're all consuming a ton of content, large sporting events. I mean, the list goes on. There's so many reasons why we need a great TV. So give us the options. Like, what are we looking at?
TVs hide away in so many little acronyms and different things along those lines. But if you're looking at a TV, currently, OLED is important to know about. Mini LEDs come on quite strongly recently. The more subtle approach with something like the frame or the canvas. There's a TV for everyone out there. It's just figuring out, as usual, who that TV is for you.
Yeah, and that makes sense. And, you said something there, the canvas TV, which I've kind of heard about.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. Like, walk us through that. What is that?
Well, you've walked into your friend's house. It's a sporting event, and they've got this giant black square 100-inch TV on the wall. And you're like, wow, that is always a TV. And then, you come to my house and you look at the wall and you're like, wow, Ricky, that's a really cool wall of art pieces. And I go, yeah, cool, let's watch TV. And my giant picture frame turns into my TV and we start watching the game or whatever else we decided. That's the kind of vibe or look you're going for. So I really think it modernizes the home. You don't have the TV room anymore, right? Like some people might. I don't have the space in my house for a TV room. The living room is the den, right? It's all one living space.
That's great. And so, all right, so crazy question, but I assume you can change the artwork.
Canvas is cool. They do give you, I want to say 1,000 or so different art pieces that you can switch between. Also with them, if the frame border of it doesn't match for you, you can get different colors as well. I want to say it comes with a teak wood as its main first frame, but there's a white wood, a dark wood, different things along those lines. So you can really customize it to fit your environment.
That is super cool. What about for somebody that maybe that doesn't fit? What are our options?
The most beautiful TV, in my humble opinion, of course, very humble as always, right? Is probably your OLED. It is giving you true white, true black. It's giving you a very high range of contrast. And I have customers who come in, from 15 years ago, like, I have a plasma. It's the best TV I've ever had. All of these ones are nearly as good. And I'm like, check out these three in the corner. And they're like, you might have me. And that's kind of what OLED does. My normal sales pitch is, look at this wall of TVs that is all playing the exact same thing on the exact same feed. Point to the three TVs you like the most. And 80% of the time, they're like, that one, and that one. And I'm like, cool, you pointed out my three OLEDs. That one's by Sony, that one's by Samsung, that one's by LG. And then, we narrow it down from there. OLEDs are what's current in televisions, and I think they do a very good job of being that kind of top-notch television.
The big question on my mind, I love sports. Everything sports. I've been watching sports my whole life. What TV am I buying?
You're probably looking one of the Samsungs, probably. Like the Samsung has a OLED hybrid that works with a high refresh rate. You're going to get a whole bunch of movement that's really, really nice. You get real colors. I think to, hockey as an example, that true white, true black contrast range, you can see where the skates have went on the ice and things. And you're like, how can I see this on my TV? It's like I'm there. Something along those lines would probably be a good recommendation for it.
Perfect. I love it. So Ricky, what about the sound on these new TVs? What are we looking at?
When I think sound, like when you go to the movie theater, right? You go to see the large screen, but really you're going to hear the sounds from all around you, right? You really want that full immersive experience. Most TVs are so thin and so flat. It's going to do its best, but it's not going to be that full immersive experience. And that's where a soundbar comes into play. We're seeing 3-channel, 5-channel, up to 7-channel soundbars nowadays that are really taking that old home theater system and working them into a very small and compact, modern home design. A lot of companies now have moved towards a soundbar model if you don't have the space for that old home surround sound kind of thing. And you can get them to be relatively, narrow, relatively thin. All of the TV companies I just mentioned, so LG, Sony, Samsung make their own soundbars. We also have some really cool ones, like Sennheiser makes an absolute killer soundbar. I've heard it at a conference we do in Vancouver once in a while. It fills an entire auditorium.
Wow.
And you can hear the ball bouncing around the room. And it's a bar that would easily sit in front of my TV. So they've come a very, very long way where you don't necessarily need the giant towers and the center channels and the roof mounted speakers any longer. I think soundbars have come a long way. And I think it's probably where a lot of customers are going to move towards in the coming days.
Very cool. Well, there you have it, folks. I think we just learned a lot about new TVs and some that will even hang on your wall and double as artwork. Be sure to tune in for our next episode and never miss out on what's next in tech.